Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on Tableau for data visualization. We are going to cover few basic features of Tableau and how to use it for data visualization. My name is Mohit Sinha and my registration number is 19BC0947. So what is Tableau? It's just a business intelligent data visualization tool that allows you to make sense of your data. Now we are going to use today desktop version, more specifically Tableau Public, which is free. You can download it from their website, and you only need to download that software. That's all. So now I have downloaded Tableau Public, and here we needed to import the dataset. Uh, the dataset I am going to use for this tutorial is the Titanic dataset from Kaggle. I will include the links in the description below. Once you open Tableau Public and click on Import Dataset, it's basically just going to show you all the data fields that exist, like name, gender, cabin, etc. For example, if I wanted to choose an age range, let me go ahead and give you an example here. I wanted to show this going down. You can here see that it's just a measure here, so it's adding up all the ages. But I really want to see, that if there is a sort of correlation between the age and whether or not the person survived by creating bins. So we call it age bins, and size of the bin is basically the number of year each bucket it's there for now I'm taking it as 10 years. And if you pull that there, you see we have null values here. So now we have to hide those discard those null values. So we uncheck here distribution of all the passengers Titanic, gonna go ahead and pull over the null. Here it's very important to note that I pull this over. I'm not just clicking on it and pulling it over. I am hitting on control on my PC. On Mac you would use the command button and then left click at the same time and pulling this field over the filter bar. And if I uncheck the null values there, apply and then OK, that gives me the distribution without the null values. So this is great, but you know that I want you to have to know you to know that we have some context here by adding percentages. So if I take a number of records and here again and pull it to the row bar and hit this down arrow here, and basically this drops a quick table calculation and then percent of total. Okay, so now we have the volumes here above and then the percent of total below, but I realized that we don't have any labels, so I need to add labels. So here it makes more sense in the mark bars. So basically this allows you to change the coloring of the labels, the size of your chart. In this example we have three, as you can see we have three sections. Now we want to go ahead and pull in the label here and add the labels, the column labels for each bar. So I'm going to hit control and then left click hold for those and drag it over the label box, and you can see that it adds labels. Here I am going to do the same thing, but now for the bottom section and the percent of total, control left click and then move it down to the label section, as you can see it. And now we got the percent of total number of records below. So this is great, but it really doesn't give whether we give the information that we need to know. If age was an influencing variable on whether or not the passenger survived, so we are going to use the survived variable here. So you need to hover over the variable and click down and then convert to dimension. So now that dimension, it moves up and 4. So we want color these bars based on whether the passenger survived or not. So I'm going to hold down control left click in order to drag this field over, but I want to apply to both the section. So I'm going to click on all mark below and then click on it, control left and then drag over color, and then you can see this legend pops up over here. And what that represents is, if it's orange then it's a survivor of the portion of the population and blue is the non-survivor. So you can see that what the distribution looked like here in terms of total number of records by age bin. And then you can see compare, you know each ratio of the percent each bucket to see if that age grouping has been disproportionate survival rate relative to all the passengers. So I'm gonna right click here and then duplicate, and what I'm gonna do now is just swap out age for another variable. So let's use passenger class. So now I want to get rid of age bin. So what I did is to get rid that I just clicked on it, left clicked, no control, no command, just and then dragged it below and then get, that it removed it from the filter. And I can do the same thing here, just drag it away and we are just stuck with, just left with these summations of each category. So here I want to add passenger class. This also treated as measures, so we want to convert that to a dimension drag, that over we can only have three classes here. So we do not have any null values here. We can change the name here to P class to represent passenger class, duplicate that. So I'm gonna create one more chart, one more sheet. It's basically going to be whether or not they survive, just to get a feel, all passenger, how many of them survived. Just I'm going to pull over the survived variable here and then number of records, and this does not look very nice, right? So we actually change the chart type over here. If you click on show me over here in the top right corner, I'm going to actually just create a pie chart. I feel like it makes more sense for this type of information. It's going to be one or other way they survived or not. So I can drag out to make a little bit bigger. And when you click on the pie chart option here, it automatically adds these labels. And what I can do in order to add these labels to the visual itself, is control left and drag that up to the label. So that worked. Now I want to add survived, the ones, the zero represents a survivor. So now we have four sheets. We have aged passengers, class, sibling, spouse, and survived, and that's actually what we want. So we use this information to create a dashboard in Tableau, and now I'm going to get that in a second. First, wait, I'm going to tell you how to create your own measure. So for that, I'm going to be using bins create a field. We'll call that it custom age bins. We are going to say if age is less than or equal to 10, then 0 to 10. Else if age is greater than 10 and less than 20, say 11 to 20. Else if I'm not going to do it for every bucket, age bucket, everybody else is over 20. So we'll put else if statement. So wait, let me add it. And end of this statement, apply, and now I'm going to duplicate the age tab for this example. Wait, let me just swap out age bin for my custom age group, custom age bin. So now you can see it's 0 through 10, 11, through 20, 20 plus, and we can use this bin function to do that really quickly. So thank you, hope you like the video. Thank you.